Parts have arrived for the Mini-ITX build. Let's get started. What's up, guys? I'm super excited about this build. This is a brand new computer from the ground up for my daughter. The theme for this was a small but really powerful computer. My daughter is going to be going off to college, and she's going to be doing Photoshop and graphics and that kind of stuff. So we wanted to get something that was going to be really powerful, but also compact because we don't really have a lot of room for where this is going to go. We decided to go with a Mini-ITX form factor, and I will stop yammering and I will show you exactly what we got. All right, so a little explanation up front. When we start looking at the parts, we actually had a budget of about $1,500, and that was just a number that seemed to work for us. My daughter pitched in about half of the money and I put in the rest. So the parts that we picked, especially the peripherals and stuff, that had an impact on everything. So we're not talking about a super extreme top of the line computer, but I think it's going to be pretty decent for the price. So first off, we've got a 250 gig Samsung SSD. This is an 840 EVO, not a Pro version. This is going to be operating system and software. And CPU. So this was a really big discussion. This is an i5 4690K. So we are using Haswell, obviously. Now, I was originally going to get her an i7, but after doing the budget, that extra $100 seemed like a little too much big of a premium to pay for the bigger processor. So we went with the i5. I still think this is going to be awesome. The motherboard. This is an Asus Z97i Plus. Really nice. This has Wi-Fi. This has all the kinds of connections that we're going to need. I decided to go back to Asus as opposed to getting a Gigabyte board this time around, just because I've had such good success with Asus in the past, and this was on sale. So we're going to go with this guy. In this plain brown box is a Western Digital 1 terabyte drive. This is a Western Digital black drive. In here is one of our peripherals. This is a Logitech MX Performance mouse. I love this mouse. This is what I use for my computer, and I've used Logitech mice for years. She really liked this after we test drove some mice at a couple of the local stores, and this one she liked a lot. So we went ahead and got this. So good there. Power supply is a Corsair RM650. Now, for the 650 watts is a little bit overkill, but the this guy was on sale, and the comparable 550, or I think it was 550 watt, was actually more expensive than this one on sale. So we went with this guy. Really nice. The other consideration here was the size of the power supply, because it needs to be able to sit in that case, and we'll show you the case in just a little bit. But Corsair RM650. And the video card is an EVGA Superclocked Edition Geforce GTX 760. This is the same exact video card that I have for my computer. I really love this card. Really nice, really solid. And again, was on sale. I was just going to get her the regular GTX 760, but the Superclocked Edition was on sale, so it worked out great. Next up is the Logitech G710 Plus mechanical keyboard. This is, I think, uses Cherry Brown switches, so it's not too loud, but you still get a pretty good feel on the typing. Solid keyboard, really cool. I actually considered getting this one for myself. My daughter and I went to test drive peripherals, and she liked this one a lot, so we went ahead and got her this guy. This is 16 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RAM. It's two 8 gig sticks running at 2133 megahertz. What more can you say about Corsair memory? This is pretty solid stuff. All right, time for some old new stuff here. These are Sigmatech cooling fans. They're 120 mil LED fans. These guys were a carryover from my original PC build from back in 2011. Actually, the first build series on my channel. Good, quiet fans. I knew I needed ones for the case that we're using, so I'm able to finally put these to use, which is going to be good. Now this is not a new thing, but this is the Hyper 212 EVO CPU cooler from that same computer. Really good, really solid, really quiet, and it should fit inside the case, at least according to all the research that I did, so that'll be good there. Okay, so for a monitor, we went with an Asus model VS239. This is an IPS panel, 23-inch monitor. Again, on sale, really good reviews. This should be a nice monitor for my daughter to be using. There's really only one case that we considered when we were going to be doing a Mini-ITX build, and that's the Bitfenix Prodigy. So there are a handful of other cases that will do the job, but this probably the easiest to work in as far as I could tell. It looks cool, and just size-wise, it's going to be just nice. And I think it actually is going to work well for what we want. Now, we went ahead and went with the black version as opposed to the other flavors that they have, because the black case, the front of it is actually like a mesh as opposed to a solid piece of plastic. And because we're air cooling this guy, we wanted to make sure that we had enough airflow to keep things, to keep the temperatures low so that we don't have any issues. And I think this is going to just be really, really awesome once we get it all together. Here's everything. It's going to be a pretty exciting process. I know I'm looking forward to putting this together. I know my daughter is excited because she's finally getting her pretty powerful machine so she can get to work doing all the creative stuff that she's going to be doing. And I will try and document this as best as I can. It is a form factor that I haven't worked with before, so that's going to be exciting. It's an air-cooled Prodigy build, and it's going to be pretty cool. So anyways, definitely leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys think of the parts that I picked. Again, it's one of these things where when you have a budget, you want to stick within your budget and, you know, pick within those things. If we didn't need a monitor or peripherals, we definitely could have made some other changes. But for what we wanted to do, I think we have a pretty solid machine here. So anyways, guys, look at the description below. Find links to everything. Follow me where I'm at. And that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, you guys. See you next time.